Alright, more music. Let's go. I do more, with more, stacking more and more. See, we raise the bar, we don't fly, we soar. I do more, with more, stacking more and more. See, we raise the bar, we don't fly, we soar. Now I'm Corey, an investor, and I invested in more. Shout out Trayvon James because we here, we at your door. See, Morka is the mascot. If you selling tokens, please stop. We got in at the floor, but the plan is to reach the top. We started crypto hip hop. I doubt it now if we stop. If you down with the team, your avatar should have a green dot, which means we bout the money. Excuse me, that was clumsy. I'm never cashing out. You really think I am a dummy? Or maybe just a moron? This ain't a joke, so long. Or financial advice, so there's no way I could be wrong. 21 million coins like Bitcoin. What's up? Are you early or a founder? If not, then shut up, cause I do more, with more, stacking more and more. See, we raise the bar, we don't fly, we soar. I do more, with more, stacking more and more. See, we raise the bar, we don't fly, we soar. I do more, with more, stacking more and more. See, we raise the bar, we don't fly, we soar. I do more, with more, stacking more and more. See, we raise the bar, we don't fly, we soar. I need more and more of more and more of more. I said need more and more of more. I need more and more of more. What more can I say? Keep stacking more. It's more of a community on this side. More OG, more content. Shout out Trayvon. We out.
We'll play more Isha, but I get a copyright. So I'm changing the title, man. I don't want to do this today. Changing the title.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
No, I'm gonna stay away. No, I'm gonna stay away, bro. All right. Quick wardrobe change. What's up, guys? All right. What's up, chat? What up, Cord? Oh, the music. Mr. A, Cryptomats, Cryptoland, Scribe, Mr. Football, Cryptita, Sicily, Southern Bittail, Ahmad, Higher Self, copy paste. Yeah. It's like that. So what's up, man? What we care about? Hex and more, what's up? People shitting in their pants are scared of RH unfollow. What happened to sacrificing for freedom? Yeah. What about freedom of speech? I don't want to go there today, guys. But it's like, man, yeah, I'll hold the coin, but this dude, yeah, it's gotta be an act. It's gotta be an act to get you to dump, man. The latest tweets are so cringe. 6 months back, you said, get ready for some serious flood right before PLS launch, and here we are. Nah, I remember saying, like, after it launches, something's gonna come out. Kind of like Xen. Xen's the same way. Xen was nice, everything was cool until it launched. And once it launched, you see all this FUD just comes out of nowhere. I think it's the same thing, man. What's up, Cass G? Hines, man, ain't nothing going on other than this. Nothing in crypto. I think I seen Vitalik that the coin is pumping. I mean, if the is pumping, that's really bullish for more. But it's really bullish. If the is pumping, more is in good hands. Because I'm way ahead. I mean, I haven't even looked at the, but yeah. The is like, that's too, you know what I'm saying? It's too far. I think more is way better than the or whatever. See, it just doesn't feel right saying it. More hoes, more crypto, more flows, nice gold. Are we over Xen? No, I'm not. I'm trying to think how I'm going to go forward. Dare I say, do I start buying some or just keep on mincing? I think I have one that ends today. 10:18. Yep. What time? It's done now. 448. Let's see how much that is. 12. Yeah, man, it's still profitable. Like, that's the thing. I don't see what, I don't see what the issue is. And even if it's not profitable, you could just keep the coins. I just don't. I mean, it ain't even about being profitable because it's gas. You're gonna pay gas anyway. So it's just about, it comes down to perspective, I think you gotta have the right perspective on this one. Right now, top holder, top 50 has 92 million. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, man. I think I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm gonna bet on. You good? You good, bro? I'm gonna go ahead and bet on me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and bet on myself. I don't see what the issue is. I remember Uniswap had an airdrop. I remember Tornado Cash had an airdrop. What was another free airdrop that the Mexicans loved so much? You could have did the same thing with this one. You could have minted some Xen and sold it. I don't get what the difference is. Oh, it's a threat. Oh, it makes you feel like you're threatened. It's better. It's a better version of the thing. Even as far like, cause what was wrong with what was it? All the other things that were, well, those were like wise and those were like blatant copies, but it was always like the person behind it. This one, the person doesn't. You can't like Richard Hart and not like Jack, bro. Can't. It's like how like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's wild, but I get it though. I see why you don't like him. I know I can't see my screen. My bad. Jail is just gonna keep adding chains. Great. That's a good approach. Put it on all the chains where everyone is, and set them free. Then the bridges will make all that value transfer and all that stuff that comes with it. Like if you don't get that, then you're just not smart enough. I'm sorry, you just not. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying, everyone. If you don't get it, then it's just you just don't. It's not my fault. You know. Does Richard really buys in? Probably. I would not be surprised. Like seeing the kind of person he is. The honeypot. Hopefully, man. If we lost another zero and then I'd probably start buying it, yeah. Because I'm looking at the supply right now as far as, you know, who has the liquid supply. So who's going to be doing pretty nice if it starts to have an up move, which it should. It's having some test pumps, but I mean, $2,000 to get into the top 50 on Xen? You know? Okay, it's like I don't know. I don't want to get too. Oh, you can't see, my bad. You know. Yeah, man. Let me change my title. I'm talking about Xen. Xen set for a move. No. Xen Strategy is changing the because I already know how much I'm anticipating to get, you know, which is way more than all of these. So, but that comes later. And by the time that gets here, I think these numbers are going to be way, 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 way higher. So yeah, I've started to just keep it. Like I haven't been, well, I have one to end it. Like I'll sell I'll get them all. Like if I have a bunch of mints together that end at the same time, I'll sell like 10% of it just to pay for all the gas moves I just made. But I'll keep the coins. That's what I did yesterday. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep them for right now. The market cap is it's just too last week. I think he said that, but he meant something else. Texting going, who cares? Sorry, this is the new me, guys. Why you change the stream name? Because I'm not talking about that. I thought I would, but as I talk about it, it just gets me irritated and annoyed talking about posts and X. It's like, you need to live in La La Land. All of them, including Richard Hart, is in La La Land. You didn't lose your gas. Okay, you kind of lost your gas. You were gonna spend it anyway. And I don't do ETH like that. I don't do ETH as far as like holding ETH for gas. That's not what I do. Some people do though. Some people buy ETH just for their gas. No, I don't do that. I do everything. Animal Farm launching in 1 hour? Yeah, sure it is, bro. He'll find a delay. A reason to delay it till tomorrow. And make y'all start that whole process over again. Everybody's getting played, man. That's how I feel. Xen is proof Trayvon is not a maxi and a truth seeker. Trayvon is a no. Period. That's why we are here in crypto for. I play the games. I like it. I like the game theory behind Xen and Hex. Jack pumps all the L1s, then he forks E2 Xen blockchain. Minting seems to be slowing down, yeah, for sure. I mean, that don't take a rocket. Like, it ain't hard. Oh, yeah, definitely. It's having those bumps at night. Like, that's when the minting happens. When Asia wakes up. When they out and about. You know, America, not so much. Americans too stupid for this. Nah, Americans are too smart for this. I'll put it like that. So apparently this is 2 to 30 days. Someone said, I'm not sure. But it does make sense. Because 2 to 3 days, I don't think that makes sense to do. 30 days? Might. So how much has let's see. It's 125. No, it was, I think this was 2-2 yesterday, most of the day. So it's went up about, we'll call it 50,000. I would like to see the daily for this chart right here. I would like to see daily. Because then we can easily find that out. But we didn't get that huge pump. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. This was like one person right here. Yeah, we'll see. We gotta wait and see. Maybe it'll come. Because if you are reing up, they should be coming each. Let's see, 2, 6, 10. Yeah. So yeah, it's a tsunami coming. It's a tsunami coming. Panda matches. Sir, it isn't gone. It is moving slower. I see. 2, 4. No, 2, 6, 10. So this one's gonna happen. What is it now? 10. Yeah. I think this is the run up. Will it be higher than this one? So depending on what time they did it, if they did it again, that would have been under claims, right? Yeah, it's no spikes on the claims. So I don't know. But it definitely is. It is. The claims are slowing down, so that means minting is slowing down. Well, 1 days should be slowing down. And I feel like we should be seeing like a gradual plateau of this right here. Like it hasn't moved much since, this last spike right here. So we'll see. Should I sell my liquid hex? I don't know. Is this bear market tray? Nah. And there is no there is no bull market. I'm really a lot more active and animated. So yeah. But as far as being irritated, no, I'm not gonna say that's anything. This is rare. Minting down, price up, and minting starts again. Right. That's exactly how I imagine it will play out over the next couple of years. But I think the best way to be happy is being a minter. The easiest way to be happy is by minting it. Buying it, now you're starting to get some gains back. Minting, you're more likely to have a good time. Whoa, gas 67. Let's check it out. Uniswap. Bit of a move down. Title brought you here. Yeah, we'll be talking about it. So basically my strategy now for Xen is, I want to do some shorter stuff like 90, 100 day stuff. Mints. I don't have that many of those. So I kind of want to, but I'm going to need, the thing about doing short stuff, if you're going to do short, you got to do it like on its own. And that's how I've been kind of treating this wallet. With all these, it's like, these are short. I don't want to be too married to this MetaMask, it's my streaming one, so I'm doing the short stuff on here. And I did start up another one, but now that we got the batch, I'm kind of waiting to hear. I've done a few batches, but I'm still waiting to hear like somebody go through it. I would like to see David Feder go through the Xen batch mentor for educational purposes, of course. Because that's what he's doing his videos for, right? So I don't see any problem with him doing a video going over that if he wants to. It does take time to do that, but if he said, "Oh, it looks good," that'd be enough for me to do a couple more batches. But not on any serious wallets. But yeah, man, you can do a nice, if you're trying to play that game, like if you're trying to hex it, you could take some ETH, spin the gas, and do a whole bunch of mints. So while nobody's doing any, because it's not going up really, So while nobody's doing any, do some batches. Here's 10 for, it's probably a max. Let's see. Yep, probably a max. 20.7 million times 10. It's a decent little bag. As of now, this is from what? Maybe 2 days ago. But yeah, if people aren't minting, yeah, man. I don't know, man. This number doesn't really go up, man. If people aren't minting, man. Yeah. Yeah, dummy wallet. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing my mint right now. Yeah, it's definitely going to be looking like who can get up the, as an American, who can get up the earliest and get their shit done. Because by now, by 11, nah. I like how the more Telegram just pops up. It's kind of like a little advertisement. Like I should move myself to like right here. Yeah, I'll think of something. Xen blockchain proof of stake. Oh, that's speculation. While Xen falls in price, PLSD gains in price. I have some PLSD. Yeah, bro. That's why. How you think I'm so chill? I got all the coins, man. I got them all. I'm just chilling. What's the next one? Let's get some Xen. I get to a point in a token where I'm satisfied, and then I move on. It's getting more and more and more and more and more. Did I mint on ETH? Yeah, I'm not sure how many though. I think the ones on the quicker chains are the ones where you're gonna get a really good what's it called? Reward, because the global rank just keeps going up and up and up and up. Just always makes sense to do it. Xen Polygon, yeah, I'm on that one too. I didn't go that hard. I'm almost wondering, should I maybe switch and start doing those, since the global ring is going to keep going up on those? Maybe do maybe do a new batch on Polygon. Maybe like once a week do a batch Polygon. Just not put to the end of the batch. Like, and I think I heard Jack say something about making basically a batch tool. I think I saw that somewhere. I heard it somewhere. Jack said he can launch an L1 in one day. Think so? Man. Did he really say that? I think he's just trolling. If he really do an L1 in one day, Pulse Chain is done, bro. It's done, man. We lost.
And it's gone.
What up, Latin American crypto? PLSD, I got some PLSD. PLSD it's old. Oh, they got the new portfolio button. Wow. Development. Oh, man. Let's try this one.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
What if it shows my batch?
And it's gone.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It just shows the one. I don't know, man. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know about the batches, man. Like, what if I'm just not even doing anything? What if the only thing that really counts is these? You know, I'm not sure about that. It looks like the batch that CoinTool. This is what it feels like. It feels like the batch that CoinTool is using is like some third party shit. So basically, you go to them, they do it for you, and then they give you your coins back. Because if Zen.network isn't picking it up, then it's probably not. You know, it might not be real. So I don't know. I'd love some clarification from somebody. I mean, I don't know. That's what's up, though. This is very handy. So I can go through and put all of these. Delete. Nice. It'd be nice if it showed you which ones. It probably will, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? People just don't get it, man. People just don't get it. Gym Rat, man. I think it's better off me saying it to his face in a DM than saying it, putting him on blast like that. I think Jack needs to just stream by himself on his channel. That's what I would say. I think Jack needs to do that and read chat. I don't want to hear what nobody else. You know, I just want to hear him answer. I just want to see him answer questions. Like Richard Hart. Do what Richard Hart do. Just do that shit. Just sit there, read chat. Like what I'm doing right now. Like, I don't want to hear Gym Rat. No offense, Gym Rat, but I don't want to hear his thoughts, you know, and him trying to, you know, keep up with Jack. I don't want to. No Twitch. I forgot all about that. Yeah, that Twitch is gonna be that's dead. That's dead. Maybe when things are more alive, you know. Yeah, he's new, man. He's new. I think a lot of people want to say that, but I just want to see Jack stream by himself. Like I try to watch him. I'll watch him. Like, but bruh, I'm better out just not saying. I try to, but he goes for too long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, interrupts him. It's hard. He makes it hard. He's making it harder on himself. If you're gonna try and be that middle-sided, on the fence type of character, just shut up and listen. You know what I'm saying? Just listen. Just ask the question, listen. If I was Gym Rat. Yeah, speak for himself. That's exactly. Like, one thing I don't like what people do when I do interviews is when they try to say, Trey, what I think you're trying to say. You would agree with that, right? Like when he said, you know about the OA, and you probably know more about the OA than I do. I'm like, I don't know shit about the OA. What's up? I really don't. I was told to not worry. That's none of my business. That's what he said the whole time. Jack is live. Hey, don't ask me to come on there with y'all. I want to chill on my own stream. Let's go watch it. And it ain't like I'm better or nothing. I'm just really like, if y'all knew me in person, like my family know. Man, Trey don't want to talk to y'all. He don't want to talk. He don't want to talk. Him downstairs. Him downstairs. Let's see if I can find it. You on Gym Rat? No? Where you live at? And go to my DMs. Oh, it's on his YouTube. Nice. Asking you shall receive. Yeah, man, the universe is wild, bro. This place is crazy. This place is crazy, man. Still don't see it. Let's see, let's click on it. Okay, got you.
Other interesting things,
he's
B2B
allowed somebody
solutions
else.
for Nordstrom.com.
Nice setup.
We were serving images for Pinterest. We were serving.
Yeah, okay, see. This is probably gonna be a newish. Am I scrolling this channel? Yeah.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing these. I've been seeing them. That's dope how he's doing this actually. It's kind of next level. I wish he would change the title though. It should just say Xen Chat. Xen Crypto Livestream. Where are we at?
And over the years, I just spent a lot of time doing research. So just researching what Solidity is, how it
I mean,
works,
I might want to watch this
EVMs,
later.
all of the
That's another
chains.
thing that happens.
I was particularly interested in the new chain developments. So I've been doing some work on the trying to see which chain is probably going to win. And then obviously, I would say August 1st of this year, we made the first commit to start the Xen project, or what we call Xen Crypto. And Xen Crypto was modeled to introduce game theory and game mechanics.
Yeah, sometimes these are old too.
And tokenomics, obviously, inside of it to mimic Bitcoin as close as possible without major Bitcoin issues. One of the major differences with Xen protocol is that the users get rewarded by inviting other users to participate. So that's why we call it a proof of participation protocol, which is somewhat a novel approach. And it, I guess, rejects the notion of scarcity, because scarcity is what made Bitcoin and many other coins somewhat illiquid, where people want to hodl them or hold them for a long time and not do anything with them. So that actually reduces the crypto's ability to be world adapted. Like, would you be paying Bitcoin to fuel your car with gas?
Sure.
Well, probably not, because we all hear about those stories about people buying pizza or Xboxes and then having regrets, right? I mean, I was that person. I bought pizza, sandwiches, dinners, lunches for my friends with Bitcoin throughout the years, hundreds of times. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any regrets because I felt like
Jack equals no Rolex, no PP, not repeating the same thing. Yeah. But he was like that before. I mean, he was like that earlier.
I was spreading the good word and education about the
if this dude do that
itself, and I feel people should
imagine he switch up.
Crypto. And so with Xen protocol, you get rewarded for participation. So the more people join after you join, you actually mint together more. But it does have difficulty where every month the difficulty increases by about 1%. So you have about, should I say,
I mean, he's basically going through the simple stuff right now. We don't need to hear this. I'll watch it later though, for the support. We never chill with Jack. Who do I want to chill out? Who do I want to be at a party with? You know, part of me wants to say Richard Hart, but I think Richard Hart would be the guy that's, you know, you ain't gonna get no shine. You ain't about to shine with Richard Hart. You are a sidekick. I'm not. That ain't what I do. You know what I'm saying? I've never been like that. You know, somebody's wingman and shit. Nah, that ain't me. Jack, I feel like me and Jack, it would be probably the same level. It doesn't sound like he wants into 1,000x. He just wants everyone to have the coins. I think that's how you get it to happen, though. You know, I mean, I feel you. I also say it's a different approach. It sounds like he's really trying to do what everybody says they're supposedly trying to do. Everybody's trying to get crypto in everybody's hands. You know that lie that everybody says? We're trying to get crypto into the poor. I think he's really trying to do that shit. Like, well, give out the fucking coins. What are you guys doing? Give these things out. Like, that's what it seems like. People talking about they want adoption, but they're not. You know, ain't acting like it. Hex is a better coin. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Like, Hex is a better coin. I would say Hex is only better right now because it's older. I would say Xen is better because it's newer. Hex is never bringing adoption. No way. I agree. 100%. Get that shit up. And it doesn't need to. It doesn't need to bring adoption to crypto to go up. But that community, no way. If anything, it might be popular because of the documentary, but I don't know. There's a better narrative. Agree. See if they moved on to any better topics.
At that point, right? So you had very early exposure to Bitcoin, and what was it that what was the turning point and the pivotal decision? You're like, I need to start Xen crypto. Like, what was the catalyst for something like that?
Well, I think the catalyst was that over the last 5 or 6 years, we saw a lot of Ethereum coins or tokens come up, and all of them were not really following the first principles of crypto. And I felt like people are just printing tokens out of thin air and then trying to sell them and raise money with them. And that's not how Bitcoin launched. So Bitcoin launched with zero supply, zero cost. There was no market, and the market developed ultimately. So it was fair and unfair at the same time. It was kind of fair because it was a new thing, and whoever wanted to participate, like myself, I could do it. But nobody in the world actually knew what cryptocurrency was. Now we live in a different world. People do know what cryptocurrency is and how quickly it can become, a strong currency for, in somebody's portfolio, or to be used as a token of exchange for any purpose. And so I felt that rather than participating, well, I never wanted to launch a coin and to become infinitely rich instantly. That was not the plan. I would much rather launch something that has a worldwide impact. And I felt that Bitcoin had that impact. And it gave rise to Ethereum and everything we love about crypto today. But we kind of have forgotten the tenets and the Satoshi's white paper. And so I thought with Zen protocol, we can be Satoshi all over again, but not just 1 or 2 or 200 people like it was back then, but millions of people. So millions of people get exposure to that, and they feel like they can participate in creation of this new crypto altogether.
Right. Because that was the thing with so many things happening now is like you typically have an ICO or you have an IDO or some investment firm gets early access and then they get a bunch of the supply, and then once it goes live everyone dumps. That's become almost hereditary in many ways in crypto now. Is just almost expected and people kind of have that expectation. So what really interested me in many ways was the popularity of Zen simply from the aspect of the freedom mint, and so when you had that aspect, which you don't really see oftentimes anymore right now in crypto, and like you mentioned in reference the Satoshi white paper, in many ways Satoshi's original like idea behind Bitcoin is encompassed in a very broad sense by Zen. That's what brought me interested into it, in the more broad sense of things. But the main thing for a lot of people wanting to know is like they see Zen and they want to know, Zen's awesome. There's some cool things about Zen, but where does Zen fit into the structure of crypto in a broad sense? Is Zen attempting to be like a payment form of crypto? Is it for people that may not know blockchain? Is it a decentralized ledger, like bringing interoperability? So, is Zen's goal to be a payment form specifically?
Not specifically. So
Okay.
I thought about this a lot, and there's several ways to be in crypto. Number one is speculation. You speculate that something goes up in measured by fiat, and then you make more fiat with it. Ultimately, you have on ramp with fiat and off ramp with fiat. You're still not solving any issues that we have with fiat, but at least you can buy yourself a house or something, or a car. I mean, if you're
Right.
lucky. That's definitely is part of
And it's a
Zen.
competition of blockchains. That's a good point. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, he's saying, well, okay, which one of you motherfuckers can really handle this? He said he's gonna do let's see, yeah, Moonbeam, Evmos. Let's see.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it
I
live.
just want to see the countdown. 3 hours. Whoa. Moonbeam. I mean, do we go get some Moonbeam? Oh, nice. My favorite. My favorite. Come on, man. Damn. I guess I ain't on there no more. I got excited too. See? Universe, man. That shit crazy. It's like, oh, you got excited? Oh, you thought it was on there? Nope. Here's the reality that we set up for you. Let's see. I didn't read it, so. Man. I got a feeling I better get on this one just because it's so hard to get on. And the community might love it. What's the bridge? Somebody in chat know. solar flare. There we go. I mean, I gotta get some gas. What's the gas? Glimmer, eh? Okay. So we need to get some come on, man. Yeah. It's a done deezy. Richard Hart refused to take up Lex Freeman to do an interview. It was suspicious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that story. I ain't heard that one. KuCoin. You gotta get it like that. I got better sources than that. Nice. Boom. How much is a transaction on Moonbeam? Anybody know? Somebody go ask them on the live stream.
Now, there are many. Let's say that there's 1,000 DeFis that is using Xen within their DeFi protocol.
Right.
That in itself has value too.
True.
So those DeFis will literally establish the market value outside of the trading platforms, like centralized exchanges or Uniswap or whatever, right? So, and that is based on the fact that those type of DeFi protocols will be interested in using Xen simply because
KuCoin ain't easier in my way.
Right. So is that the broader picture? Because obviously right now everyone's looking at, because Genesis happened about a week and a half ago, if I'm correct.
October 8th.
October 8th. Okay, so about 10 days ago. So after Genesis, obviously there's going to be that period of launch. When do you kind of expect
0.02
to have
Beam
the implementation
or
of
Glimmer?
having DeFi protocols wanting to get involved in this? Because the beauty behind this is it's already launching on almost every major chain. Every major chain already has those DeFi protocols on them. So it should be very simple for, once that token is on that chain, for them to start integrating the Xen token into a form of DeFi on their protocol. When do you kind of see that happening? Do you see that in the next 6 months, a year, 2 years? When do you see that happening?
All right.
So
I'm gonna take your word for it.
This is happening right now. In the last week, there have been up to 15 different projects that launched that are using Xen for something.
Okay.
There is a project that's trying to burn Xen. There is some sort of a meme thing happening too. Then there is a popcorn.network. It's a stable coin yield generator that is just made a proposal to implement Xen as a staking coin so that they can pay yield with popcorn.
Yeah, now I want to see the Explorer.
PowerSwap on Ethereum proof of work is now giving Xen out and giving accelerated APY rewards for people who participate with Xen.
Come on now.
Let's see. There's many others that actually approach me, and there's many tools being
It's
developed.
probably the official one though, huh?
People are. I mean, like the most basic thing that people do is that they have their favorite coin and then they create a Uniswap liquidity pool by using Xen. So that is the first engagement.
There we go.
Right.
Day one, people that I know just decided to pair up and create liquidity pools where they can get fees from the trade, and those fees were just making a lot of money. We're talking about it was almost 50% a day in fees that Uniswap was producing.
Wow.
So that's incredible. So incredible uptick even just the first day, just because people felt that all the Ethereum is being burned. I mean, is it really burned for nothing? I mean, would you pay $7 or $8 million in Ethereum gas fees for something that's free and that has no value?
Yeah.
Probably not. I mean, like, and the funny thing about it, it's not one transaction. It's not even one group. The whole world
this is gonna be
participated
fun.
and collectively voted.
It'll be fun to
Zen
watch
is
this one.
interesting, and they're willing to spend $8 million
Let's get ready.
to have it.
Right. Yep. Because that was the thing, is like the
trying to
minting
think.
on Ethereum, right?
Let me get some glimmer
amount of
from.
sheer volume, I believe, if I'm correct, on that Saturday, it was like 40%, 30 or 40% of the entire volume.
It was more. It was over
more?
50. It was over 50.
It was just due to Zen.
I think it
And
might be
that's what,
best to
you had
not even wait for the tool
multiple different publications posting
and just do a
showcasing that
batch on Glimmer
due to
instead of trying to
what
do
they
one
call
wallet.
project
So I'm
was,
gonna just
unknown
watch it.
project all of a sudden caused all of this deflationary, because that's the problem with Ethereum. So Ethereum
But this is fun.
moved to proof of stake.
It's how you
The
keep
problem
something,
was
keep
that
it
there wasn't enough activity on Ethereum because we're in the
naturally.
middle of bear market to make Ethereum deflationary. And it was all brought about by Genesis.
Stake Zen for more. I mean,
that
duh.
really Vitalik Buterin, in his
That's the whole
broad
point.
sense of moving to proof of stake and the whole merge, his whole goal was to make Ethereum deflationary. And that was made possible by one project, which is wild. I think not enough people credit just for that aspect the results of something of what Zen did is one project was able to make that change happen, which I think makes those who are bullish on Ethereum long term see the value of this type of volume for Ethereum. So that's a separate issue.
We were lucky with timing for certain.
Right.
And I told my team
So
that
far.
as Ethereum,
But isn't it like a third party? That's what it feels like. Because it doesn't. Zen.network doesn't seem to support it. So it kind of feels like it's a third party, like they're doing it for you. And you got to wait for them to give you the coins. Zen 2, yeah, I wish, man. Zen 2 would be fire just because of the whole minting and, oh, man. Oh, well.
to merges or experience a merge, that is when we should be launching. Because that is where Ethereum obviously will have the least production. And I think it went from 5% inflation to 0.22. So
What's up,
you
Post-Chain
need
Poppy?
to
Motley.
take a
Wicked
giant
Crew,
push,
welcome in,
even though I would
guys.
say over 50% of all transactions on Ethereum plus or other
Zen
chains
launching on Moonbeam
is a
in a couple hours. What about
giant push.
Evmos?
So it wasn't done by any particular person. Certainly wasn't me. I just released the source code and talked ad nauseum about it, and people seem to like my gibberish, and they went for it.
Exactly 3 hours.
Yeah. So with Zen,
2:30.
obviously with all good things, there's going to be people who spread FUD and stuff like that about this is a scam, that's a scam, stay away from Zen, this, that, and the other. And a lot of people, because Zen got very early on released on MEXC. And so a lot of people were like, wow, this is right. Everyone was really impressed that a new project was able to get launched on what most would consider a very, very popular exchange, up there in like probably the top 10, top 5. So a lot of people saw that. And then a lot of people in the very beginning, saw a lot. Zen absolutely skyrocket. Some of the charts are a little bit misconstrued on like where it actually reached. But like if you look at CoinMarketCap and someone goes over to CoinMarketCap, they see Zen going from half a penny to $1 on the 8th. And then now they see it at 4 zeros. So
it was $1.50 at the top. Actually, it's pretty crazy.
$1.15. So like
$1.50.
$1.50. That's insane, because I think if I remember correctly, that was over like a 10,000x on the first day. It was somewhere in that ballpark. It was literally insane how much it skyrocketed in day one, and the amount of volume. I think it was about $20 to $30 million in volume. What would you say to someone that, from a initial perspective, that doesn't know anything about Zen, and all they do is they look at the Zen chart and they have questions? What would you say to that person?
I would say Zen is free, and what they're looking at is people gambling and trading and speculating. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of speculation. What they should realize is that what Zen stands for is free mint, And when I say free mint, is that you do not need to trade your dollars to buy it. And you should also understand that if you're buying it, you're buying it from a community member that minted it for themselves,
Right.
not anyone else. So
Got it.
that's what I would say.
Yeah, and because obviously, someone looks at this, and if there was the extent that I've seen some of the things that
Yeah,
people
Gway at
say,
85.
that are upset that who didn't get in early will always have something to say about the people that did, and so a lot of people were like, well, because they don't know the tokenomics and don't know the structure behind Zen, they say, oh, the founder of Zen, minted a bunch of tokens, sold them off, and
Zen barely even making a dent.
they'll just come up with some random stuff to try to throw away Zen. Now, just for clarity for people that are watching this, with Zen, there was zero mint, there was zero initial supply. It was everybody getting in, everyone has an equal opportunity in the project, right?
Absolutely. I told my team specifically not to even touch not even to execute any sort of manual means at all. I first got into Zen at the rank 3000. So I waited for people to have an opportunity to jump in and claim early ranks.
Sure.
Because think about it, I am the one literally who's pushing the button and pushing that contract forward. Where's the sport or a game in me pre-minting anything for myself?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have no competition.
Right.
So I would rather, well, I wouldn't say we're competing, but we're definitely playing the game together, so to speak.
Yeah, we competing
I
for
would
the
rather
supply.
to play the game together with millions of people than be alone and print myself a user.
Jack is born to slow people. Right? You need a court jester. Then yeah, it makes sense.
Sure, absolutely, and that makes sense. But you have people that look at very surface level approach, and they see something like that, and they're like, "Oh my goodness!" Now, obviously, with this whole launch, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Avalanche, I was surprised to see Ethereum proof of work. That was interesting. Which one do you think that when it comes to Zen, which one do you think is going to have the majority of adoption? Obviously, Polygon's fantastic. I really like Polygon. Do you think Polygon is going to be the major drive for the adoption of Zen? As far
I think
as
it really depends on how we look at it.
No.
So there may be more Zen
No, nigga.
per capita on Polygon, but it doesn't mean that there's going
Can
to
you
be more
put my
volume.
Polygon back, please?
True.
So I think Ethereum is
level
definitely
3?
the battleground.
Hey, keep them coming, bro.
Where most of the value is generated, not just with Zen, but just with all of the projects that are launching. So I think BSC is very interesting. They have a lot of play to earn
BSC,
games and a lot of NFT activity and lots of interesting development happening right there. And it's
Right.
inexpensive to get into, and they have a lot of users. So I'm very curious to
He
see what
mad.
will happen.
He wanted to hear
Zen.
Polygon.
Okay.
And Ethereum proof of work was chosen as an experimental chain to see how will Zen affect their ecosystem.
Right.
And surprisingly, it affected their ecosystem very positively, where they reported that their miners are now earning 35% more in fees,
Oh, wow.
which is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, when Ethereum proof of work started off on a very, very rocky start, to say the least. A lot of things happened very early on. And
Yeah, let's check on some of the stats for some of them.
Proof of work to proof of stake, but I did find that interesting. You don't see a lot of projects actually launching, focusing on Ethereum proof of work. So I thought that was very interesting. Now, obviously, there's kind of touching on the last thing is your relationship to Richard Hart. And
Damn.
There's some community. I've seen some interviews. Richard Hart, vicariously kind of throwing some shade at Zen. Obviously, he's very familiar that Zen has launched. What is
Thank you.
your
He's a good interviewer.
relationship to Richard Hart, and what is like the because you've got the Hex community? They're very dedicated. The Hexians are very dedicated.
The only thing I did Avalanche.
And now you're building
Avalanche.
the Zen community. Is there any synergy between the two projects, or is this more of like a XRB and Cardano that they just can't seem to get along kind of thing?
So I have a lot of good friends that are Hexicans, and people who have spent a lot of money on Hex and Pulse Chain,
Yep.
and very interested in Pulse Chain. And I am also interested in Pulse Chain very much. And I consider Richard a friend. Also, we had conversations online and offline, and so I think I'm really sad that Richard is been getting attacked, so viciously by the exterior world, like so to speak. So people who do not understand what he stands for.
Sure.
And I think he plays a very important role in the ecosystem. Well, first of all, building a community of very interesting and solid people.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he does verbalize first principles of crypto the way that I see it. A lot of people don't listen because they only focus on his Rolexes and his Lambos and whatever else that he's showing. And I wish people would open their mind and listen a little bit more deeply to what he's saying. And so I think he's a very important player in the ecosystem, and I consider him to be very influential for the crypto in general. And so I wish people would stop, attacking him so much for, launching, I guess, Hex, or talking about Hex the way he does. I mean, he really doesn't deserve, a label of scammer, because I always told people, I'm like, listen, okay, so just because he's acting a certain way and that's the way that he does marketing, he's innocent until he's proven guilty. He's not guilty in anything that I have seen.
Yeah.
And so I think, I continue to have obviously a lot of relationships in the Hexen community. I have friends that,
There you go.
I have like a coffee mug, it's actually pretty cool. So, there are good people out there everywhere. And, but like with anything, people get passionate. They get passionate about what they believe in. And I think we should be more open towards, more communities out there and work together. So Charles Hoskinson, for example, with Cardano, he launched Cardano because he didn't like where Ethereum was going.
Yep.
And there was a lot of rivalry just because of the way that he was describing. And I think he's a very, very smart individual, and he doesn't technically need to tweet about how Ethereum took 8 years to get to their merge. But when the merge did happen, he's like tweeting, okay, look at them, they're like this and they're that, and we're better. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because that polarizes the people within the communities, and they end up attacking each other. But we really should be working together, and we should make crypto more interesting. And so again, I have a lot of friends that are interested in Pulse Chain. I'm interested in Pulse Chain. I think it would be cool. And so when Pulse Chain launches and then gets copied to Pulse Chain, it will bring all of those users that Xen is generating right now. So maybe it's going to be 10 million, maybe 100 million, maybe 200 million. Who knows, right?
Sure.
And so I think we're all in this together. We can all be Satoshi, and we can help each other out. And there should be less polarization and tribalism and maximalism, because it doesn't help. Maximalism turns off your mind from ability to learn and understand new things. And and we see it in all of the communities. Like Bitcoin maxis, anything you tell them about Ethereum, they're not even thinking.
Sure.
So because they think that Bitcoin is the only pure play out there, which may or may not be true. And then there's many projects within the Ethereum community that are extremely fragmented as well. So I think with Xen, we can unify all of the communities, and we can realize that we're all in this together, and we shouldn't really be attacking each other.
Right. Yeah, because that's the thing is, when the entire purpose of crypto was really to focus on the little guy, for lack of better terms, right? And so when you have all the little guys.
All right, so what y'all think? I think that was a good response. I kind of want to hear the question again, because he did kind of go in on Richard Hart, but I can't remember what he was saying.
And I am also interested in Pulse Chain very much.
Synergy between the two projects, or is this more of like a XRB and Cardano that they just there's some community. I've seen some interviews. Richard Hart, vicariously kind of throwing some shade at Xen. Obviously, he's very familiar that Xen has launched.
Okay,
What
you
is
see the
your
body language.
relationship to Richard Hart, and what is like the because you've got the Hex community, they're very dedicated. The Hexians are very dedicated to their project, and now you're building the Zen community. Is there any synergy between the two projects, or is this more of like
There should be.
XRB and Cardano that they just can't seem to get along kind of thing?
So I have a lot of good friends that are Hexicans.
Yeah. So yeah, my thought is they should be, and there's not much reason why there shouldn't be any synergy. But oddly and strangely enough, there is. And being the fact that there is some friction, it kind of says a lot about both sides.
People who have spent a lot of money on Hex and Pulse Chain.
Yep.
And very
That and Pulse Chain part is kind of funny though.
And I am also interested in Pulse Chain very much. And I consider Richard a friend.
Yeah, man.
Also.
Like, it's like, your best friend, like, starting a beef with you, out of nowhere. That's what it feels like. It's like, damn, man. Thought we was cool.
We had conversations online and offline. And so I think I'm really sad that Richard has been getting attacked, so viciously by the exterior world, like so to speak. So people who do not understand what he stands for.
Sure.
And I think he plays a very important role in the ecosystem. Well, first of all, building a community of very interesting and solid people.
Yeah.
And at the same time, he does verbalize first principles of crypto the way that I see it. A lot of people don't listen because they only focus on his Rolexes and his Lambos and whatever else that he's showing.
That's pretty much all it is, though. That's pretty much all it is. It's hardly any education. It's like every now and then he might say something about security. I would say the most knowledgeable streams are the ones where he's sitting and he's just reading the chat. These one-on-ones are like, his one-on-ones are lame.
And I wish people would open their mind and listen a little bit more deeply to what he's saying. And so I think he's.
So yeah, just catch up.
So when you're selling or buying,
right?
When
ADA community or Charles Hoskinson,
be creative. Do not waste your time trolling other people and calling them names and threatening. I mean, of course, cyberbullying is a thing. Sure. It exists in crypto community. It's not helpful. It's not helpful to react to it. And I think, if there is a discourse, it needs to be done on a technological level, perhaps economic level, not anything like, okay, he said this and she did that. That's what the day television is for. Sure. It's not. I don't have time for it. There's so many exciting things to develop. So,
absolutely, too many exciting things happening in Web3.
Existing crypto community. It's not helpful. Do something useful in your life.
XRP army attacking the ADA community, or Charles Hoskinson being upset that XRP army are constantly nagging at him. So I think if there is the opportunity that as Zen continues to increase, as more adopters come to Zen, seeing what commonality people can draw from and bond to, that removes a lot of that strife within a lot of communities. And like you mentioned, the maximalism approach to certain blockchains or cryptos.
Yes, so I welcome creative discourse when we can actually use it to build something interesting together.
Right.
When there's trolls and fathers out there and they attack person's character. First of all, my message to you guys is like, come on, do something useful in your life. And find an energy outlet to actually be creative. Do not waste your time trolling other people and
Yeah, that's their way of being
calling them
creative.
names and threatening. I mean, of course, I mean, cyberbullying is a thing.
Sure.
It exists in crypto community. It's not helpful. It's not helpful to react to it. So 45 million, like in my career, I have never seen it. That basically means people were touching links and buttons and attaching their wallets and minting from a wallet.
Right.
So 45 million interactions in just 8 days is just mind-boggling, but it does happen, and Google Analytics is providing those results. So I wouldn't really worry that much about the bots. And what we plan to do in the future, we plan to integrate a multi-wallet minting system where you can specify how much gas you want to spend, like let's say $100, and then it will create as many wallets as you need for you. And you will not even need to track them because it's going to be connected to the master wallet that did the first transaction.
So it allows you, if I'm understanding correctly, it would allow you to mint across multiple chains with a specified amount of funds. Is that
So
correct?
basically, you
One
can be the
chain,
bot.
but the number of wallets.
How much
will be
money you got,
abstracted
sir?
away within the contract itself, so you wouldn't be necessarily needing to create a bunch of private keys.
Okay.
You just use one private key, one wallet, and then you say, I'm willing to spend $200 on gas. How much Zen can I get? And so there will be a calculator that will tell you, and then once you execute the transaction, the smart contract underneath will actually create the well, it's going to be part of the protocol where the multi-wallet execution will run, but you will not see it. You'll just see the one transaction locking you in for the future mint.
Awesome. Yeah, that would make it very simple for a lot of people that may want to set up, multiple wallets under the same MetaMask, right? But then this almost does that process for them.
And it will also equalize the playing field. So people who are not, programmers or developers, they can just click one button, get their transaction signed, and they're good to go. No need to create scripts or talk to people to develop bots for them. I mean, there's it's not necessary. So I think people should forget about bots, because all it comes down to is how much gas are you willing to pay. If you're willing to pay a lot of gas, then obviously you're taking on more risk. You should be getting more Zen. So completely reasonable.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, any last kind of tidbits, maybe suggestions of advice, golden nuggets, I don't know what you call them, for people interested in Zen?
Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your cat, and tell your dog that Zen is the friendliest world's friendliest cryptocurrency. And anybody can have it, and just go at it, play with it, and learn about it, and tell other people about it. I think it's gonna be great.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on here, Jack.
That shit sounds scary, doesn't it?
See how it goes.
The shit's gonna go viral, whether you like it or not.
A few months down the road, see where things are. But I appreciate your time. I appreciate everyone who tuned in. And
what I got from that is
amazing. Thank you. Very good to meet you.
What I got from that is maybe get some mints in before that shit goes live, whatever that tool he's talking about. It's, just what I'm thinking. The organic live, you go to this channel. Don't want to spam chat. No, I don't want to get involved in no startup, bro. Thanks for your interest. Drip in 13 minutes. Animal Farm. Yeah, I think staying in the Zen mint the longest is how you win. The longer you can stay in between time, the better. So, yeah, anybody that minted, the first 300 days is going to get a lot of Zen if the tool takes off. If people are like, oh man, I can make 10 wallets and come back and do it on the same wallet. Because how it works is, from what I've experienced with this coin tool, is as long as I don't mint through Xen.network, I can just keep on coming back to that same wallet and making batches. I haven't done it, but I done it, and then went and tried to do another one, and it worked, and I was like, oh shit. So, but I didn't want to go too hard because I don't know if it's really tracking, or if it's some third party shit. Because when I go into a transaction, I can't really see how it's my wallet doing it. It looks like I'm interacting with a contract that's doing its own thing, but I don't know. So, but when the Xen network one comes out, definitely going to use it, and a lot of other people probably will too. So I want to have some mints in. I mean, I already do, but I kind of want to go do another sacrificial batch on CoinTool, just to get further ahead of the bots. Well, not the bots, but the humans, actually. Yeah. 2 billion is enough. Yeah, I don't know if that's enough. Cause I don't know how high the inflation is going to be. But even though, you know, you kind of want to keep doing them. Like, at least I want to do at least one for a year. At least one, or for 400 days. Yeah, well, at least really 288 days, because that's my first longest one. Yeah. So after then, it should be butter. Xen sounds kind of complicated. I don't think it's complicated. I think it's pretty simple. I think the code, that's like saying, NBA 2K is complicated, trying to figure out how the algorithm works for NBA 2K. Like, of course it's complicated if you looking at it, if you try and look under the hood. But if you just take it for what it is, the earlier you mint, the longer, the better. As simple as that. How can we buy Moonbeam? Somebody said KuCoin. So it's called Glimmer. GLMR, I think. Yeah. And someone said that the transactions are 0.02. I'm not sure if that's 0.2 cents or 0.02 Moonbeam, but I think they meant 0.02 Moonbeam. So apparently you don't need that much to play. 2.5 trillion first year, math doesn't lie. Then disinflation hits hard. That's what you think yeah, we didn't look at this one with the supply. It's gonna be. It's not too bad. I mean, Hex is at 600 billion right now. So Xen has a lower supply than Hex. 10 times lower. If you want to, have something to compare it against, So it looks like the 20th. It's going to be a big day. Yeah. I wanted to see if it was gonna show it on the on YouTube. Xen on Cardano? I don't think so. Looks like it's. I mean, maybe one day. If you're day one for 400 wallets and that ain't enough, I'd argue it failed. Or I really, really came up. Well, you said ain't enough? I'm pretty sure it is. But I mean, there's someone out there that isn't stopping. You know, that's the thought that kind of keeps it. Can you batch claim? Yeah. It says, let's see, let's go back. Let's do it like this. Let's see. Export created. Claim all. It's pretty cool. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna see if that wave hits later today. All right. What C rank are we at? 1.25, I think. All right. Talk to y'all tomorrow.